Good morning. Sober sunrise again. Let's do it. Sunday, June 29th, 2025, 9:40 a.m. Slept in. It's the weekend, I rarely sleep in this long, but my body apparently needed it getting over this infection I had this week, this ear infection. So I'm listening to my body and just letting it do its thing. I actually have a call with my sponsor coming up in 20 minutes, so this can't be longer than that. So let's get to the reading. A rippling effect. Having learned to live so happily, we'd show everyone else how. Yes, we of AA did dream of those dreams. How natural that was, since most alcoholics and bankrupt idealists. So why shouldn't we share our way of life with everyone? 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Right here. I've been reading it because I have a meeting with my sponsor coming up. Page 156. The great discovery of sobriety led me to feel the need to spread the good news to the world around me. The grandiose thoughts of my drinking days returned. Later, I learned that concentrating on my own recovery was a full-time process. As I became a sober citizen in this world, I observed a rippling effect which, without any conscious effort on my part, reached any related faculty or outside enterprise, related facility or outside enterprise, without diverting me from my primary purpose of staying sober and helping other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Okay, so this is kind of like a tradition, uh, one of the traditions, which is fitting because it comes from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. So having learned to live so happily, we'd show everyone else how. Right away, get a little success, jump on the soapbox, and start telling everyone else the secret, right? Oh, you just need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. You'll find happiness and you'll be happy, blah, 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 right? I did that. Mm-hmm. Yep, I did that. Having learned to live so happily, I was just wanting to share the happiness. But being fully transparent, part of me was driven by my ego wanting to brag, right? Humble brag, subtle brag, not so humble, not so subtle. Probably got a lot of like eye rolls and stuff like that from people. Like, yeah, talk to me after you've had like some real time under your belt, okay? I remember when I first got out of treatment the first time, um, and in my apartment, and I think I was uh, maybe 5 days home from treatment. So I had maybe like 40 days of sobriety. My ex wife dropping off my son at my apartment, right? And me already doing this, being like, I got this, everything's good. And I remember her specifically saying, talk to me when you've got 60 days, okay? And right away I was like, all, she doesn't get it. She doesn't know, blah, 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 right? It's all about me, 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 me. She was right because relapse was in my future, and yeah, we got I got ahead of my skis, so to speak. So um, I definitely am guilty of this one. We of AA did dream those dreams. How natural that was, since most alcoholics are bankrupt idealists. Yeah, I definitely fit into that category, or I used to. Why shouldn't we share our way of life with everyone, right? We need to cling to this success because deep down inside we don't feel successful, we don't feel accomplished, we don't feel content, we don't feel confident. So any little success we have, we want to cling to that and like show the world, prove them wrong. I did it, I did it. Have a parade in my honor. Bring me all the finest muffins and bagels in the land. Shout out to the West Wing. um, so this was definitely me. The great discovery of sobriety led me to feel the need to spread the good news to the world around me. Yeah. Yeah, so uh, I didn't go too far in the beginning, just a few people, but I definitely did it, like I mentioned. The grandiose thoughts of my drinking days returned. I was definitely thinking grandiose. I had cracked the code. I had solved the mystery of alcoholism. I was smarter than the disease. I could outthink it, right? I didn't have to outwork it. I just had to outthink it. Later, I learned that concentrating on my own recovery was a full time process. Yeah, I learned that after I relapsed and went back to treatment. And the relapse was even more painful than the original problem was. Um, Concentrating on my own recovery was a full time process. One of the things that I learned in the beginning was if you put anything ahead of recovery in terms of priority, whatever that thing is, your job, your family, your children, your money, whatever that thing is, your physical fitness, whatever. If your priorities go like this: job, money, family, recovery, no matter what the thing is above recovery, you'll lose that thing. And I did. Recovery has to be the top priority. That doesn't mean you neglect the other things. That just means you put recovery first. So if you need an hour a week to talk to a sponsor, to go to a meeting, if you need an hour a day, you prioritize that. You figure out a way to make that happen. And then when you've fulfilled that, you definitely still make time and make a conscious effort not to neglect the other parts of your life, your fitness, your family, your wealth, whatever it is, right? But if you don't put recovery first, that's why I still wake up and do this. You know, the day I was sick, I was like, no, I got to do that thing. I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. You got to put recovery first, whether it's 20 minutes a day, an hour a week, whatever it is. Whatever you need, you have to do it. Focusing, concentrating on my own recovery was a full-time process. As I became a sober citizen in this world, I observed a rippling effect, yes, which, without any conscious effort on my part, reached any related facility or outside enterprise, without diverting me from my primary purpose of staying sober and helping others to achieve sobriety. It's a long sentence. There's definitely a ripple effect, right? I've noticed it. Maybe depending on your situation, you might not have noticed it yet, but you will if you keep doing the work. Keep putting your recovery first. Keep prioritizing your recovery above everything else. Without that, you'll lose everything else. Please don't test the theory. Please don't test that theory because it is true. I observed a rippling effect without any conscious effort on my part. Yeah, so this whole thing about reached any related facility or outside enterprise, that's text from the 12 steps. If you don't understand that, that's okay. It reached all parts of my life without diverting me from my primary purpose of staying sober and helping other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. So this thing that happens is we start to put our recovery first. We start to clean our side of the street. We, do a fearless and searching moral inventory of ourselves. We make amends to people whom we've harmed. The ripple effect the energy that flows from us is changing, right? The ripple effect is spreading. Good things start to happen without us even consciously saying, I want to make this happen. It will happen on its own. You'll start to notice these things. And anyone with some time under their belts can attest to this, right? You just start noticing things. You start seeing the changes taking place around you. And you start to go, wow, they were right. It really is happening. The promises of AA are coming true. We haven't even talked about the promises yet. Maybe one of these readings we'll get into that. So I guess the moral of this one is don't get ahead of your skis. Do you know what that means? If you're skiing and your weight is in front of your skis, you're gonna fall, right? Stay balanced. Don't let the grandiose thoughts come back, right? Stay humble. Keep it simple. One thing at a time, one day at a time. Show up when you say you're going to show up. Do the thing you say you're going to do. Be honest. Try to live with integrity. That means doing the right thing even when no one's watching. And, you know, don't be diverted by discomfort. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because the discomfort we experience in recovery is nothing compared to the discomfort we experienced when we were in our worst suffering moments. So stay humble, stay balanced. Keep your recovery top priority. Good things will happen. Not all at once. It might take some time. But every single day you add to your count, you are making strides. And you will get there eventually. Good things will happen. Think about how you are talking. Think about the type of music you're listening to, the type of people you're hanging out with. Are they positive or are they negative? All this kind of stuff, it all goes into the process of recovery. You can't do it on your own, so have at least one person that you're going through this with. A sponsor, a friend, something, ideally a sponsor, a group, right? A group of drunks. Going back to another video we did last week. A community. You need a community. Community is the silver bullet to recovery. So I asked ChatGPT before I started the video to pull up the slide for today from the calendar. It apparently didn't understand what I meant. So June 29th style. So here is the reading anyway. Hang on. Let's just, I don't know. I'm just messing things up now. This went from a good video to a not so good video. Let me see if I can do it on another screen. I'll move it over here. I'm about to go meet with my sponsor here in a few minutes, working on step 8, doing some amends work. Where's the slide? So I started, full transparency again, I haven't finished my step work, even with 3 years and 3 months of sobriety. I started my journey in Seattle, Washington. That's where I met my first sponsor. His name's John. Maybe he'll be on one of these videos someday. He and I had a great relationship. We got through step 7, and then I moved back to Colorado. And the thought is to have an in-person sponsor. That's the ideal relationship. You can meet face-to-face. That's better. So when I got here, I looked for a sponsor, and it took me a while. I definitely procrastinated. I did eventually find one. Didn't seem to things didn't jive. And then I started dragging my feet again and finding another one to continue my step work. And I recently went through a relationship ending, but part of the end of at the end of it, it became clear to me I need to get back to work on my steps. And in order to speed that up, I reached back out to John and said, hey, are you willing to pick up where we left off on step 8? And he said yes. So last Sunday we talked for the first time, and then we're getting back to work today in about 5 minutes. So yeah, I haven't finished my steps yet. I am looking forward to finishing them. I'm not looking forward to the discomfort that's going to come with step 8 and step 9, but it has to happen. And I can be afraid of it and put it off longer and longer, or I can just get in front of it and learn from it, and then I can go on to being a sponsor for other men. So I'm going to choose to do the hard work. Excuse me, gosh. So sorry. And get this done so that I can continue this journey. Right now, ChatGPT is rendering very slowly a slide with today's Calendar, wisdom calendar entry, a calendar of wisdom. Okay, so let's open it and see what it says. It's more Tolstoy, apparently. Let's see where it's going to open. There it is. Depression is a state of the soul in which you can see no sense either in your own life or in the life of the world. WERLD. Okay. You should never feel depressed. A man should always feel happy. If he is unhappy, it means he is guilty. Yo, I don't know about these calendar of wisdom things, man. I don't know much about Tolstoy, but he seems like a real buzzkill. But let's think about this. Depression is a state of the soul in which you can see no sense either in your own life or in the life of the world. And that's okay. You should never feel depressed. I don't know, man. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to make sense of this because it's a downer, man. This is a bummer. I don't need that kind of energy in my life right now. Boom, gone. So anyway, that's it for today. Sorry for the kind of chaotic video with the bouncing around at the end. But anyway, I think it was a good message. Stay humble, stay balanced, keep your priorities in line, and good things will start to happen. That's basically the essence of today. So happy Sunday. If you liked the video, hit the like. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you think you know someone who can benefit from hearing these messages, please share the video with that person. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. It'll be back to an early wake up because it's back to the work week. So hope you have a great day. Hope wherever you are, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, just know you are enough. You are a good person. You're loved, and you can do this. So reach out and comment if you need some support. Yeah, thanks for watching again, and see you again tomorrow. Love you all. Bye. Keep hitting the wrong button.